Hi guys, so today I'm going to be talking about a very, very cute, amazing movie. The Many Adventures of Winnie the Pooh. The Many Adventures of Winnie the Pooh is a really, really good movie. I really enjoy it. One part I really like about it a lot is the characters. Now let's go into characters. Characters in this are very, very memorable. They are characters that you will remember probably forever. If you know a single person that knew Winnie the Pooh was a character and now doesn't, I'm confused. Eeyore, Tigger, Piglet, Kangaroo, Owl, Rabbit, like there's so many. Eeyore, did I say Eeyore already? I don't know. It's so amazing how these characters have stuck with me like through my life so far. I really love these characters. They are so sweet, and each character has such a different personality. Okay, so now let's go into Heffalumps. If you have not seen this movie or been on the Disneyland Dark Ride, I don't know if it's in other parks. It probably is, but there's so many TV series. TV series is that a word? Or movies, sequels, stuff like that. There are so many of those. I've watched quite a few of them, but if you do not know what a heffalump is something, a woozle, heffalumps and woozles. They're something that's supposed to be kind of scary. Oh, they're also in Christopher Robin. Kind of scary and can turn into different things. They're kind of in a different way, shown in a different way in the Heffalump movie. I think that's what it's called. But in this movie, it's like they can change from different things, and Winnie the Pooh's scared that they'll take their honey. His honey, and they'll have it, so he dreams about it. It is a very, very weird, like, kind of pink elephant sequence type thing, but I really, really like it. One thing about Dumbo that I don't find it scary, the pink elephant sequence. I kind of find it unneeded, though. If Dumbo and Timothy Mouse didn't get drunk and get into a tree, I don't think it would have been that different. I don't know. It definitely wouldn't have worked on today's standards. That's probably why it wasn't a live action remake. I actually have not seen that one. Yeah, the live action remake of Dumbo. I've seen a lot of live action remakes. But now let's talk about the pink elephant sequence. Like the pink elephant sequence, the heffalump sequence, they turn into different things, and it's a very odd type of thing, but I think it's it's a very, very good scene on both parts. I love the pink elephant sequence. I don't find it scary at all. I know some people do, but I don't, so yeah. It's very, very good though. I really enjoy it. Voice acting. That's the one thing I know you guys all were like, boo, when you didn't go to voice acting, because Sterling Holloway is in this movie. If you do not know who Sterling Holloway is a very, very, very famous Disney voice actor who did Pooh, he did Ka, he did the stork from Dumbo, he did so many things. The mouse in Aristocats. There's so many different things that he did, and he does wonderfully in all of them, and his voices are very similar, lots of them, to Winnie the Pooh, so that's another thing. Yeah, I really like him as a voice actor. So now let's go into facts, because for you guys, for this video, I found a lot of facts. 2 pages. 2 filled pages in facts. So, let's get started. A.A. Milne wrote the book over his son Christopher and his stuffed animals, and it was the important one was Winnie the Pooh. There were just like Piglet and things like that, but Winnie the Pooh is the main character, and that was actually a stuffed animal that his son had. The Disney family loved these books. In 1961, Walt bought the rights from Pooh to Stephen Slanger Incorporated, a company that had been marketing the Pooh series for 3 years. Walt's staff didn't like the idea, but Walt thought because the American audiences weren't familiar with them that they would like it, which I can definitely understand. So I know lots of Percy Jackson's fans don't like this, and also that's 20th Century Fox, but I'm just going to say a book series that I know people don't like the movie adaptation, and that is Percy Jackson. Percy Jackson is nothing like the books. I love the books. I'm a fan of the books. So I definitely understand that if an audience isn't used to the characters, I think it would do better. So I understand where he's coming from. A hard thing was to make the characters look like the characters represented in the original books, but still giving them the Disney style. To make this possible, the art was based off the storybook and were drawn in the Disney style. So it still was a pudgy bear that was talked about in the book, but it had the Disney style, so it still looked and felt like the original book, but it was not drawn is the word, drawn in the original style. The backgrounds were done with basic color shapes, but then black outlines were on top of them to make it look more crisp and sharp. Stephen Slanger is credited for giving Pooh his red shirt, like the famous Pooh red shirt. Disney needed all the characters to have personalities so that they could be standalone characters and connect with people in a fast time span. So if you don't remember, these were 3 shorts mushed together, and shorts are normally is the fact, A Love Stories and Adventure is 22 minutes, but normally they are very short and less than 8 minutes. Like Lava is a short that's very short. That's why it's called short. A short. And so they needed characters to be connected with people in a short time span, and how they did that was having them be so different from one another. Walt was not sure that Americans would like it because they weren't used to the characters, so they put the American type of character in it. The character is the gopher. So Walt wanted to have at least one character that Americans could connect with, and that was the gopher. He gave them American-like qualities and stuff like that. And, so John Fiedler voiced Piglet, and Paul Wincher voiced Tigger. Paul Wincher, who voiced Tigger, as I just said, did lots of improvising because his job was a comedian. And they did that with a lot of things. Like, they did that with Robin Williams in The Genie. They do it with a lot of different comedians so that they can improvise to have more funny lines. And Tigger's laugh, which we all know and love, I love Tigger's laugh, is one of the things that he actually improvised. Disney thought about cutting the character of Piglet because of the gopher, but the animators protested and said, no, so they stopped this, so they didn't do it. That was a very dramatic way of saying the animators didn't like it, but yeah. Gopher saying you can't find him in the book in the film means the phone book, but because, as I said, the gopher was added for the film, for people who like the book, it was a joke because the gopher wasn't in the book. Sterling Holloway voiced Pooh, as I said at the beginning of this video. Barbara Letty voiced Kanga, and Sebastian Kane voiced the narrator. Now on to the second pages of notes. Ralph Wright was the storyboard person at Disney, but he voiced Eeyore. So a storyboard person voiced an animated character, which I think is so cool. I love Eeyore's voice, especially in this movie. The Sherman Brothers, which, if you're a Disney fan, or even if you're not, you probably love the Sherman Brothers music, and they did this movie. They wrote the songs, but struggled because they had not connected with the characters when they were little, because most of Disney films, kind of now, but especially then, were based off of storybooks, and most of the things that they did, they had known from the books, and this is one thing that they didn't grow up with, so that was hard for them. They decided to ask a costume designer, Tony Walton, who worked on them with Mary Poppins, who loved the Pooh stories, to help them, and that helped them think about the song Up, Down, Touch the Ground, which Up, Down, Touch the Ground is a great song. I absolutely love it. This movie has 3 shorts, as I said, put together. The Sherman Brothers made 10 songs for the 3 Pooh shorts. In this film, Buddy Baker, who did the score, used different instruments to help each character, so you can tell which character was their personality. And because, as I said, each character has such a different personality because they wanted you to connect with them in such a short amount of time, they all have really, really different instrumental backgrounds. The Winnie the Pooh shorts were released on a span of 8 years. I was about to put up 8 on my fingers, but then I noticed one hand has a notebook in it, so I can't really do that. Winnie the Pooh in the Honey Tree was released February 4th, 1966. Winnie the Pooh in the Blustery Day was released December 20th, 1968. Winnie the Pooh and Tigger 2 was released December 20th, 1975. To put them together, the film was needed to have John Walmsley record all the lines for the shorts. He was not in, and so you understand that, I'm going to say another fact about the Christopher Robins in these shorts. Each short had a different voice actor that played Christopher Robin: Bruce Reitherman, John Walmsley, and Timothy Turner. Of course, John Walmsley voiced every single voice in the film because they wanted it to be one Christopher Robin voice for each short in the film, because if Christopher Robin sounds like, "Hi, my name is Christopher Robin," and another one, but he sounds like, I don't know, "Hi, my name is Christopher Robin," and the next one, it would be kind of weird. So they had one voice actor do it, and it was John Walmsley. Some connector scenes were animated for the story to flow better. A new scene was animated of Christopher Robin's goodbye to give it a more satisfying ending. After nearly 16 years, it went to theaters March 11th, 1977. And that is it for today. If you like Winnie the Pooh, go watch this movie if you have not already. It's great. I love it. And I hope you guys are having a wonderful day, and stay safe. Bye!